Hi, I'm Deborah Orman, the Tai Chi health coach, otherwise known as Debbie Orman, the sciencey and spiritual gal. I'm here with my tea today. It's Thai and Lee to do Tai Chi. I'm drinking an authentically Chinese tea because I'm grateful to the Chinese, and this tastes good and it's warm. I also am finishing my Ashley, yay for you. So yeah, thanks for your patience with me, by the way. I'm still working on time. So it's about 9:05. Somehow I've been up since like really early. Hi. Hey you. Yeah, sneaking on. That's not good. No. You're working. I don't know. No, I'm just joking. So anyway, if there's worse things that you can sneak on, right? This is your animal soul. Speaking, it's not so bad. You've got a godly soul and an animal soul, is what they teach in some of the commentary. I took a class called From Warriors to Warriors, and we learned about the animal soul. Schmatkin, a younger Rabbi Schmatkin. We learned about the animal soul. You should have taken that, by the way. You know who you are. Neil told me all about it. He was in the class and he told you all about it. And there was the animal soul and there was the godly soul. And we're all kind of like trying to fight the animal soul. That's very normal. And so, why did I bring this up? I don't know. I'm eating my breakfast. So anyway, somebody said, oh, she's sneaking it. Ashley said she's sneaking this, watching the Tai Chi. And I said, well, if you're at work and you're sneaking this, that's your animal soul. That's not too terrible. Anyway, so we all have like some good and some bad in us. There's a few tzaddiks, or they call it in the Jewish religion, people who are just a godly soul, like they want to do things for other people, and that's it, with that intention. Very few people, though. You may have met one or two people like that, who are just so giving of themselves, they don't even feel like they're like sacrificing, they're just like that. I haven't really met too many people like that. Anyway, so good morning. Yeah. So I won't mention your name unless you give me permission. Because I want you to be allowed to hide if you wish to. I know some people who come on here are probably in this trying time, depressed, anxious. And, I want to allow them their space because I've been there. I understand what they're going through. I think just a year ago, I was watching one of my mentor, Sonia, her energy coaching on lives. She would come in on Monday, same time I'm coming on Mondays. And I would go on, and I always felt very much like not going on, because then I would be like, oh, hi, so-and-so, and your name's on there, and then you have to interact, and then I'm like, do I go? Do I come? I'm just like leaving it to be a space where you can just feel safe. Unless you've given me permission, I'm not going to actually say your name for the most part, except for yesterday. Someone came on who I actually met in, this is at dinner time. I said high school, but no, this is interesting. This person is a friend of mine. She was a good friend of mine when I was in, I want to say 5th grade. And she and I and a girl from Israel. This woman was from Iran. She had come over from Iran at the time. A lot of people were coming over when I was in 5th grade. And then there was another woman who had come over from Israel, Michal Bar-Kochba. I wonder how she is today. And all 3 of us got to be good friends with each other. And so she came on yesterday, and I was just like, yes. Anyway, see, she's living in California. So yeah, it's a melting pot. I've always been friends with people from different countries all my life, actually. I've always been like a guiding light. People are attracted to me from other countries, I think because I'm very accepting. I couldn't figure that out. I love meeting people from all over the world. I still do to this day. And I guess I see through to their true soul. And so I'm like not judgmental. I mean, I'm not perfect by any means. We all have judgments that would be inhuman to not based on what we've seen with behavior in the past with some people. And then we tend to put people in a box Isn't that true? So I invite you to release those boxes by meeting individuals and judging them for who they are as individuals, and not creating a box for any group of people at all, because there's a danger to that. It can cause a real problem and spread hatred. We all know as Jewish people we've been victims of hatred over and over and over again, and there's many other cultures who have too. So I just want to point that out. Let go of the imperfection. Yay, you're hearing my message. Yes, Ashley, that's absolutely correct. And the need to control everything. Perfectionism isn't really about just doing a good job. That's great. But that, along with the self-criticism and the criticism of others, is where the issue comes in. I just want to do a quick thing. We're going to start moving. By the way, this is Tai Li tea. I decided to be authentic to the Chinese. I really want to thank them. I'm so grateful to them. In fact, I think I'm going to think about them, how grateful I am to them today when I do my gratefulness spark, which is step 2 of the inner peace anchor, because I want to elevate them today, since I know they've been recently the victims of some sort of talking about viruses and this and that and made up type stuff that unfortunately has gotten printed up and looks very official as news, just like news about Israel looks very official. Things that look official doesn't mean they're real and true. I invite you to explore that. Anyway, we need to start moving. I'm so glad to see you. Yay. I'm not mentioning names unless people give me permission, so I just want you to know that I'm allowing you to hide if you wish to. Or you can come and go anytime you want. You can't have my almonds because I can't share it with you, but these are non-salted from Trader Joe's. They're toasted, roasted almonds. They're delicious. I didn't have a chance to eat my breakfast. I had a yogurt quickly. I don't know. I've been up. It's ridiculous. I've been up since 5:30, 6:30 in the morning when my brain unfortunately wakes up. I go to bed late. Got off on a little rabbit hole down the Facebook post rabbit hole. Forgot to give my son breakfast. Forgot to give myself breakfast. But here I am, drinking my Tai Li. I almost forgot this too, but my husband reminded me about my live this morning, a while ago. All right, so let's get started. We're at a point where I started at 5 after. The chit chat is about 10 minutes. I allow for that, so I have about 3 minutes left of possible just pure chit chat and eating my breakfast. I hope you're having tea with me. It doesn't have to be Chinese tea. This is really good, though. I got it from a Chinese restaurant. I love Chinese food. As a Jewish person, who doesn't love Chinese food, right? Grew up going to Chinese restaurants. Every Sunday, we would go out to eat at a Chinese restaurant. When I was a kid, we would go out, I think, to East Garden in Shorewood. Every Sunday. I didn't like Chinese food when I was a kid, and I had the egg foo young was the one thing I liked. And then eventually I developed a love of Chinese food, and now I don't eat it much because it has so much salt in it when you go to a Chinese restaurant, and I just lost. My family, unfortunately, isn't as open about eating multicultural food, so some are, some aren't. But anyway, without the long song and dance. So, yeah, so I ended up, I'll comment on that in a minute. So I ended up, I don't know what I ended up doing. Where am I even going? Drink some more tea, caffeine. Okay, I have 1 minute to finish my tea. So you're going to watch me drink tea and finish my almonds for a minute. I hope you're eating and drinking. You know, your first meal of the day doesn't have to be early, you know. It's okay to have that fast, overnight fast for a while. Could even be at 1 o'clock. That would be totally fine. It's that what they found, the evidence shows, the research shows, when you're breaking a fast, it's just make that meal the good meal. The first meal of the day, make it a good one, is the key. So rather than just grabbing a donut at 7 in the morning because you need to eat. Something about blood sugar, I don't really know the details, but I just remember watching somebody who was an expert recently. So you can break that fast late. You could break it at 11 or 12 if you want to, and that's actually okay. Although if you need a little energy, that might be difficult too. But the point I'm making, though, from a health standpoint, if you break that fast, and we're going to start moving in a minute, I started at 5 after, a little about 30 total, so I'm going to be starting the movement. I'm just finishing my breakfast of almonds with salt free, actually. Trader Joe's. They come in these little tiny packages. It's amazing. Trader Joe's is really great, by the way. I don't have any affiliate links or anything. I just think they've changed my life. My family had to rescue me from Trader Joe's, actually, one day when I went in there, after never going in there. Seriously. It's a long story. It's the truth. So we're going to start. Quick. Okay, I'm going to start the movement. I just want to say I'm Debbie Orman, the sciencey and spiritual gal, and sometimes the magic is in the detail. I've been doing Tai Chi for 30 years now. I'm so glad you're joining me today. I'm not going to mention your name unless you mention to me you want me to mention your name or you don't mind. Like a couple people have indicated who I do interact with. One thing I noticed is Ashley, who has given me permission to mention her name. She's one of my biggest fans, and she's actually applying the techniques and loving them, and they're working for her with helping her decrease anxiety. We all have anxiety right now. So it's interesting because she's drinking immunity tea today, whatever the heck that is. I have no scientific proof that it's really helpful. However, I think it is because, I'm going to tell you something. When you drink something that has heat in it, I've read that anything hot really helps you relax. And when you relax physiologically, that supports you fully, your immune system to function fully and positively. So it could very well be immunity. You can add that word to lots of things. That's my secret. Tai Chi, though, for immunity is really true because we're gaining inner peace right now. We're action-oriented about results, okay? So it's to support your immunity and life. Hi. Time to move. I'll be right back. The birds are going to talk to you while I take a break. Okay, yeah, usually I'm not still eating, but I had forgotten to eat breakfast this morning. I had a yogurt, and then I had these almonds, and then the tea, because this is a cozy tea in Tai Chi, so that makes sense, and it wakes me up. Okay, so let's on the movements. Let's try to get the sun out. Let the sun come out. While I'm doing that, I'm going to explain step 1 of my inner peace anchor, because I want to keep this to a half hour. I started at 10:05 Eastern Standard Time, which is actually 9 o'clock my time. I'm in the Midwest. I'm a Midwestern type of girl. My parents are from New York. You're breathing and then you're exhaling. So I did have one relative from New York who passed away, unfortunately, of the virus. I didn't really keep in touch with her, but it was my cousin's mom, my aunt, Ruth. Very sad. She was in a nursing home. Now they finally have gotten, though, the virus under control there, apparently. So I saw an article on that and posted it on my timeline. Let's reverse the direction. You always want to be even when you do things, is what I find symmetry helps. I'm an occupational therapist, with a passion for psych, for mental health, background in psychology. I'm turned certified health coach and life coach, which is what I'm doing today, really in alignment with who I am. I've always really had a passion for mental health. Your physical health is important too. That all supports your mental health, and your overall health and your weight is all important. There's a lot of balance that we're talking about in self-care. When you do this is a Qigong move. Qigong means healing energy, and is a larger umbrella term that includes Tai Chi. And if whenever you come, I'm always glad you came. And I just want to tell you that again, just to remind you, I'm Debbie Orman, the sciencey and spiritual gal, and sometimes the magic is in the details. So we will explore that at times. come go when you want. It's on my timeline. I'm so glad you're here live, though. Somehow the connection, the virtual hugs, the connection to the earth, we're all in this together. Live is really powerful, which is why I bring this twice a day to you live. And I, like, you know, even though I'm being generous, at the same time am serving myself so much too. This is so in alignment with who I am doing this. And it's like my health has just gotten skyrocketed up in the last few weeks when I've been doing this twice a day. It's just like wonderful. I've always wanted to do Tai Chi twice a day rather than just once a day. So it just forces me. I've got the accountability from you guys. And I really have always wanted to spread the word about Tai Chi. Let's do the bear walk while we're talking. So the bear walk. We'll do a little dancing today too. The bear walk. That's my creative Tai Chi dance, and helps you learn Tai Chi, and also is great. So, how does it do? What's a bear? Okay, so you're about shoulder width apart. Don't go backwards. That's just me trying to line up with the camera. You'll feel it on the outside of your legs, your hips. It's great for circulation. You'll feel the burn. And you're moving from your dantian, the center around here, a little below the belly button, a little above the pubic bone, around the uterus if you're a woman. Okay? You're always driving the movements from there. I want to show you a new move today, and then we're going to go. I'm keeping track of my time very carefully. We're about 15 minutes into it, so we're halfway through. I'm going to keep this to a half hour. You know, today's the day to vote. Did you know that? If you're in the United States, today's the day you vote. I'm kind of mad because I never received my absentee ballot in the mail, so I'm going to actually go in with my mask on and vote. I'm kind of angry that I never received it yet. I guess I shouldn't be angry. Maybe it's a timing thing. I don't know. It's just weird to me. I don't know if anyone else experienced that. I know a friend of mine did. Her family got it, but she didn't. And I don't want to take a chance on not even voting. I know how to take the proper precautions, so that's good. Just to mention really quick, and feel free to do what the heck you want, because your voting is your right, and who you vote for is completely 100% your business. I can only make suggestions. You do what you want based on what your beliefs are. I personally feel like, normally I try not to get political, but this year I feel like it's so important. That's all I'm going to say, and I'm just going to say I feel like we should all band together. The people who are voting not for what's up there right now, he who shall not be named, if you're not voting for that person, then you might consider more of what I'm saying. Then I would suggest we all band together and vote for the same person, who's probably the one who's most likely to win. Just a suggestion. I personally, because of that, I'm going to vote for Biden, Biden, and that's just me. So you have a right to vote for who you want out of principle. Principle, though, right now is a little dangerous because we really need lives saved. I feel like action, banding together, the unity. I would be very crushed if we had the same thing occur again in terms of the votes, and there's a chance of it. I'm seeing that. I know last time I just was shocked, and I don't know. People don't know the facts. They hear from a person who's speaking their mind and elevating themselves, and they're showing, let's just bloom meanwhile. They're showing, we're doing dancing, they're showing what they're making themselves look good, and at the same time they're acting like they're in the best interest of people. So people hear that, and that's their truth. It's not their fault. It's just that's what they see. And the problem is, this is kind of a crane type position. Actually, I said I made it up, but it's actually not. Let it go. Let your control go. Let your perfectionism go. Here's the thing. If we're all together, if everybody split and votes for different people against the main person, then we're not really going to get anywhere. Just a thought. So personally, I think the most effective vote against the top people, if that's who you're planning on doing, obviously it's your own choice, I'm not going to judge you, that would be Joe Biden, I believe, based on what I see. So that's who I'm voting for. You do what you want to. That's all I'm going to say. This is not a politics thing today, but I just am so into it right now just because I see human lives and this is how I feel. Now, here's another thing. We're going to continue with the Tai Chi now. Thanks for listening to my little rant. So I am Debbie Orman, the sciencey and spiritual gal. Sometimes the I or the magic is in the details. I always, it's real facts, real science. My father is an internationally famous scientist. My mother was a certified dietitian, diabetic educator and dietitian. So yeah, when you hear from me, I'm really looking out for you, and I look at the research and the facts. As far as thanks. So I'm so glad I see people have joined me. I don't mention names unless people give me permission. It's about 9:26, and I'm always glad you came. You can leave early, you can come late, I don't care. It's all good, it's all in my timeline. 9:26, I started at 5 after 9. So I'm watching my time very carefully. That's what I'm working on right now. I'm an occupational therapist with a psychology background and a passion for mental health and life. Hi. This will help your immunity. If you use this to anchor in your inner peace, that will fully support your immune system then. That's the point right now. So if it was 9:26, we're doing a little math here, 20 minutes, so I only have 10 minutes left. I am in trouble. Okay, I was trying to do 30 minutes, so we're going to go over a teeny tiny bit. All right, so everybody's waiting for me to give them breakfast when I come in. I forgot to do breakfast this morning. Whoops, I ate it, but while I was out here, mostly. So, all right. It's about 9:27. Okay, we are going to do 3 steps very quickly without much talking. You can review my old videos. They're all there with details. Even though the magic's in the details, sometimes you have to shut up and just do. So we're going to, step 1 is 3 deep breaths, breathing out twice as long as you breathe in. That's a key detail, magic detail. For the calm, it's the breathing out. Also, yeah, let's just do it. It's like you're fogging up a window. That's one breath. Or you could do, I learned that from a millionaire yogi coach, business coach. Anyway, and then another one, Sally Griffith. That would be like you're blowing out a candle twice as long for the calm. That supports your immunity, your immune system. Excellent. Get yourself into a posture of Tai Chi. Principles of Tai Chi are relaxation that will support your immune system when you're relaxed. This is receiving from the universe. This is listening. This is a great position that's anti-shame, anti-trauma. Trauma therapists have studied this. I'm very passionate about changing the nature of mental health, and I know because I've created this inner peace anchor, my signature system, I'm super proud of. I don't think there's anything like it out there. I created it for the last couple years. Given up a couple times. I'm back again. Thankfully, I'm here now. Now that people need me, I'm here for you. Both individually as well as group-wise, free as well as paid programs. What I ask of you today, before we go on, is to type in your email right now, right here, right below. Type in your email. And that will be really wonderful, because then I can keep in touch with you and tell you about the great, exciting new programs that are there to support you to get out of this depression and anxiety, or to help you lose weight if that's your goal, whatever it is, and connect more fully with others in small, intimate groups on Zoom, virtually so. Also, I can support people individually. And I have reasonable prices as well, so they're quite doable. $18 for a half hour for the group right now. Very, very reasonable for life. It's an introductory rate that's needed right now. So I sure do. Thanks, Ashley. Email. I've got Ashley's email. I've got a couple other people who typed it in. I think I'm up to about 100. I've been grouping people. It's so exciting. I am just getting these creative sparks as I'm grouping my emails. Like, there's these groups of teachers. There's these groups of people who are anxious. There's these groups of people who are Jewish. Groups of people who are of other religions, or maybe whatever, who I've known from high school. And there's these groups. It's like so exciting. Therapists, yogis, entrepreneurs. We can work together on our goals and have fun and cozy chats and do Tai Chi. Isn't this awesome? So let's get started on the Tai Chi. Okay, we did the first step of my inner peace anchor. Second step was grateful to spark. The detail sometimes is in the magic, is in the detail. I'm Debbie Orman, the sciencey and spiritual gal. So right here in the sternum area, I'm an occupational therapist turned certified health coach and life coach, psychology background. So right here is the sternum. It's an acupressure point. You want to put your hands here, relaxed. Doesn't matter, excuse me, if it's perfect. Just relax and allow this. And then just think of something you're grateful for. I said today I was going to be thinking about the Chinese people bringing me Tai Chi. Let's close our eyes. You should feel the gratefulness, by the way. Feel it. That's key. You're nursing a baby type happiness spark type thing. Feeling falling in love for the first time. Chocolate. Baby. Pet. Okay? You get the idea. As my client says. She says coffee is from the gods. All right. Hello. And I'm not mentioning names unless you give me permission. So I'm saying hello. Hello. Glad you came. Always glad you came. You can leave early, come late. It's on my timeline. Okay, awesome. You guys are so awesome. Now we're going to bloom. Third step of inner peace anchor. I started at 5 after, so around 25 minutes. 30 minutes, it's going to go a little over. I think it's going to end up going 10, 15 minutes. Okay, so, because we still have the Tai Chi segment. This is just Qigong we've been doing and chit-chat. Tai Chi chit-chat. Okay. Yin and yang, you can feel the bad and the good at the same time. That's totally okay. I give you permission to do that. That's actually very, very good. Very normal, very human, actually okay. You're bringing energy to other people when you keep your own energy. When you take care of yourself, when you love yourself, you love others. You're taking care of your loved ones. Unconditional self-love is what I want for you. A little pat or a hug. Okay, let's get to it. Third step is blooming. This is the one that's original. Well, we'll do the one I made. Now, I just warn you though, it's kind of far with the if that's hurting for you, instead of doing that. Oh, there's a bird talking to me. Do you recognize the bird call? I saw him the other day. He's my friend. Cardinal, I think. Or woodpecker? I don't know. I've got to learn my bird skin. So this is just awesome. It's spring here in the Midwest. Okay. Woodpecker, I think. My little friend. Like a heart. Go back into that shame, then come out of the shame and the trauma, physically actually come out, interrupt that feeling with actual movement. Trauma therapists know that this can happen. You can interrupt it, hands up, open position, head up. Exhale twice as long as you inhale for the calm. Remember, just picture yourself going that far. If you can't go that far, don't. Just picture it and the blood will actually flow to that area. I mean, I am Debbie Orman, the sciencey and spiritual gal. Sometimes the magic is in the small scientific details. Then you're motivated to do it. You know why the heck you're doing it, right? And how to do it properly. Passionate about mental health, forming groups soon. Leave your email if you're at all interested or you know someone who might be. Leave your email for me. Type it in. Or a private message. This was the way I originally learned what I call blooming. It's a Qigong move. It was more like, maybe that's easier for you to do. I'm just going to show you real quick. Then we do need to get to the Tai Chi because people are waiting for breakfast. I've got 2 teenage boys who will probably be a little crabby and annoyed with me because I forgot to give them breakfast. And a husband who might be annoyed with me because I'm running over my half hour. This is my relaxation. Okay, so great. So let's go to it. And Qigong is healing energy. You're always integrating the breath in when you do Qigong, and you can close your eyes when you do Qigong if you want to. Qigong is a larger umbrella term. By the way, I forgot to dance, darn it. It's a larger umbrella term. This is like wave hands like clouds dance. And play guitar dance while we're talking. So you want Qigong as a larger umbrella term. Dance with me, get the chakra down here, get that out. And the shoulders. You know you can do this seated. This is like your tushy going up, down, shifting your weight. You can do this seated, you know. If you're just lazy, could be. Or it could be if you can't do it standing, maybe you're disabled. Okay, I've made that up to help it get people the idea and get them into it, because sometimes you have to move fast before you're willing to move slow or able to. So we're going to start the Tai Chi. Well, this is a movement. I didn't make it up. You're elevating yourself, you're grounding yourself, and you're reaching up your energy high into the sky. So you could even be looking up with your third eye, which is here. I know that's a goofy term, not very scientific sounding, does it? It sounds a little weird. Third eye? What the heck? So that's your intuition, though. And when you believe in something, very often you're able to do it. Those people who are skeptics, like me originally, if you completely 100% remain a skeptic, you probably never will experience the satisfaction of actually achieving what you see other people achieving. Simply because there's neuroplasticity of the brain with the law of attraction even. So you say, I'm eating this for lunch, and I'm always thin when I eat, and that becomes true versus the brains who are saying I'm fat when I eat. They did a study like that. Marie Diamond talks about that, who is in Law of Attraction, or The Secret. She talks about that. I follow her. Anyway, it's very interesting. So there's a lot to it. 20-minute meal is helpful. Breathing, 3 deep breaths, exhaling twice as long before you eat. If you're trying to lose weight or lose weight in your stomach, then the cortisol hormones won't be created as much. A lot of tips. I give my best for free, generously. So if you do my group programs, individual coaching, you'll get access to me though, and my energy will be focused on you and helping you reach your goals and connect in with other people in an intimate, close setting through Zoom, and for a very reasonable price, $18, which is high for a half hour. Probably we'll meet a couple, 2-3 times a week. You can come in when you want to and pay right before the session, or you can have a yearly subscription or a monthly subscription. We're going to get that email out. Leave your email, please. If you're at all interested, or someone might be, please leave your email below. Type it in. Thank you. Okay, so let's get going. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. And let's do the Tai Chi. Tai Chi means grand ultimate fist. We're blessing or return to mountain, embrace tiger. The very nature-oriented moves. No pain while you do it, please. End result, end game, like Taylor Swift. End game is inner peace to support our immune system and life right now. Yin yang, okay? Yin yang, shifting the weight, empty light, good, bad, all at the same time, okay. Okay, let's get started. Remember, if you can't do certain movements, just picture yourself going a little further. You can do it seated even. Shift your sits bones, right? I'm an occupational therapist turned life coach with a psychology background, health coach. Shift those sits bones, sacral neck, spine. Feel the stuff going, like if you're lifting the sky, you're only up to here, you go like this, then you picture yourself going up higher and the flow goes there for MDs. out twice as long for the count. Okay, let's get going. Sun style. Grand Ultimate Fist is what Tai Chi means. It's included within Qigong, which is the larger umbrella term, which means healing energy, both from China. Grateful to my Chinese friends for having brought this to us here, hoping to spread the movement. Sun style, 24 form, 24 movements, so we'll take about less than 10, and then we're done for the day. Okay, thank you. Opening, weights on the right foot. Remember just to do we're moving from the dantian, the lower part. Just do that if you want. If you've never done this before, it's very hard to learn all at once. I've been doing Tai Chi for 30 years now, okay? Keep it simple so that you can have inner peace right now. That's what you need. Sit down to do it. Do just the hands, that's fine. Just do one movement. Just the Qigong. Whatever it takes for you. You know yourself better than I do. Single whip. I'm going to try to be quiet because you can always look back for tips. Just the lower body, I suggest. This is called wave hands, like clouds. I suggest that you think of your feelings like that. Bring them up to the surface, allow them to surface, and then they'll change forms like a cloud and eventually disappear, rather than burying them. Feel the fear, feel the sadness. You can feel joy at the same time. In fact, we're supposed to feel joy at the same time. Yin and yang. Open close is driven by the breath, not this. You're resetting your system. Energy center. Okay. Brush knee. Play guitar. Right? Parry, 70-30 is the weight. Don't worry about exactness. Let go of the need to be perfectionistic. It's the enemy of success and happiness. Punch, block, and close. The beautiful sun is coming out. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Coming forward. Good posture is key in Tai Chi principle. Oh, those birds sound great. Woodpeckers, I think. Except for they're pecking away at my wood. Okay, grab leisurely tying coat. Meditation in motion is what we're doing. We're doing medication in motion per Harvard Medical School. There's so many studies and so powerful of a Tai Chi art for your health. I know have people who have known people who have gotten off, their doctors have given them permission to get off of medications due to doing the Tai Chi, lowering their blood pressure or whatever it is. You do have to actually do it though. Even if it's just for a few minutes each day imperfectly, just start doing it. Okay, you can gradually make it a little longer. Did I do leisurely tying coat? I cannot remember. I think I just did. So 70-30, grabbing the coat, take your pulse. No, I didn't. Serve it up. Half step forward in the Sun style 24. S-U-N, right? Ironically, I love that. Throwing it. There's a qua. This is the qua. You move from the qua and the lower part of your body, the dantian. I've been doing Tai Chi 30 years. Okay. Single whip, left, wave hands like clouds. Your hands change. See, I'm turning at the qua. Keep your knee and toe in the same direction, please, especially when you have weight on it. Protect it. It's a slightly knee bend in Sun style. Now my weight's on the right foot, and my hands are coming up and down. One's facing out, one's facing down. Stepping, shifting, yin yang. All weights on the 100% weight on the left foot. Empty foot, yin yang. Shift and turn the quad. Like I said, I've been doing this 30 years, not this particular form, but hey, give yourself some grace. Just do the lower body, let go of perfectionism, enemy of success. Open, close from the breath. Wow, those birds are talking to us. See, we're connecting upward and we're grounding downward as we do. It's beautiful. Okay, done that. Now we're going to the right side. Brush knee, play guitar, parry, parry, and punch, block, and close, or embrace tiger, return to mountain. Okay, open, close, step back to single whip, weights on the back foot, empty right foot, yin yang, shift your weight to the back foot, keep your knee and toe in alignment on the weighted foot, be very careful. Shift your weight to the front foot, 70-30, 70% in the front, fist under elbow, but not touching. This is a martial art, so we're watching where we're going, our eyes are open, we're brushing knee or thigh. It's monkeys. It's continuous and flowing like swimming on dry land, is what we're doing. Brush knee again. This is the Sun style 24 form. I'm so glad you came. Whether you came in late or early, it's all good. You can leave when you want to. It's on my timeline. Leisurely tie and coat. Closing. This is really beautiful. The bow, it's not an idol type bow. There's no religious component to it. It's about strength, unity, and strength or power around the acupressure point right on the sternum. I'm an occupational therapist originally with psychology background and health coach, life coach. This is another thing like namaste. May we have love to each other and thankfulness for each other and unity, group virtual hugs. I hear the birds. We're connecting upward, we're grounding downward, we're grounding with each other in unity. We're all here for each other. I'm here to support you individually or in groups for free or paid programs or both. I'm Debbie Orman, the sciencey and spiritual gal who sometimes finds magic in this, and I study science, facts to draw my conclusions. I love the fact that you came today. I'm so honored that you chose to watch me today and do this. Even if you were just watching, it's a first step. Give me your email, please. That's my ask of you, your email. Okay, because I'm typing in people's names right now so I can share my best stuff. Then you can share it with a friend. I inundate with people with tons of emails, so it won't really matter to your inbox. It will mean a lot to me if you just type in your email, or you could private message me, whatever you want. It's so wonderful having you with me. I'm always glad you came. I like you just the way you are, as Mr. Rogers would say. So love yourself. When you love yourself, you're loving your family and your loved ones. Who's going crazy and acting nasty. They're all acting like a bunch of jerks. You feel like you hate them right now. It's okay. It's okay. This is the stress getting to your brain right now. It takes up some of your intellect. It's true. I've been there. I know. It is true. It's okay. Cut yourself some grace. Allow the little bit of chaos right now. It's temporary. We're going to be moving forward eventually. This is temporary so you can still see your friends and family later on. Your life is a long life. This is Tai Chi for life. Hi. And to your good health and happiness, your inner peace. Have a wonderful day. Take care.